This ain't cute. I think about why there's so much fornication in the black community. And by fornication, of course, I mean sex outside of the confines of holy matrimony. And I've come to some conclusions. Primarily, we have to ask the question: why is there so many single parents in the black community? Or as the surveys would indicate, why are so many black women unmarried who are supposedly eligible for marriage? And the answer, in my opinion, is that not only are they not marriage material, but there's a reason for them not being marriage material. They are not trained to be wives. See, part of it is not the fact, not the fault. You can't totally fault the females, the black women themselves, for this predicament. This is a matter of who's raising them. And as you can see, if the young lady is raised by a single parent, she's going to prepare her to be a single parent as well. That's just the family way, the family tradition. It's hard to break the mold. She's not going to be any different than her mother. It's like when you see a duck walking and you see the little ducks walking behind her, the little ducks are not going to learn to waddle in a different way. They're going to walk in exactly the same pattern as their leader, who happens to be their mother. In the black community, we follow in the duck walk of our mothers. And so if you see young people having sex, and then inevitably they have children, the mothers do not emphasize marriage to these young people. On the other hand, they emphasize education. Therefore, if the young lady is having sex and she becomes pregnant, the mother will tell her that the relationship that she has with the baby's father is only geared toward the support and provisions for the child. That's right. The mother of the young lady, and sometimes of the young man, will put so much emphasis on what needs are best for what are the best needs for the child, that the relationship between the young man and the young lady is virtually over by the time that child is born, because everybody will tell them to go into a different career direction. That is, instead of trying to build a family, the two of them, however young they may be, they tell them to do the exact opposite. They tell the young man to go to work so he can take care of the kid. They tell the young lady to go to school so that in the event that she's forced to raise the child by herself, she has a chance at a career, an education, a career, and a future where she can live by independent means. So you see right there, right away, they prepare the woman to be a single parent. Nobody prepares her for marriage. Nobody says, now that you and this young man have this baby, maybe y'all can try to work on solidifying your relationship, and that with the help of us and the community at large, we would do everything in our power to see that the three of you make it as a family. Not. They tell them the exact opposite. Pursue your education, no matter what. So what? The baby is just a blip on the screen of your future. You can get over it. Don't let that stop you from achieving your success. Education comes first. We all tell the young ladies that. Now, some people will say, "Well, Dad, you really sound old-fashioned. Trying to force people to get married when they're not ready." Well, they're not ready to have that baby, right? So, which is better, being married or having a baby and dating? Now, because nobody would emphasize to these two people that, okay, see, having a baby has forced you to get married, everybody say, "Oh no, that's the greatest sin in the world. They might not be compatible." Well, they was compatible enough to make the baby. Let's say that the youngsters are 17, 18 years old. Why can't they get married then? The answer, education. Everybody will tell them that their primary need in life is education, specifically for the female. Everybody, the whole culture prepares the woman for single parenthood. There's no question about it. Now, if she's 18 with one child, she might have another child by the time she's 20, 21. So then by the time she's 25, on average, she might have 3 to 4 kids. And this is full-fledged single parenthood. While if she's successful in her educational pursuit and goes on to a successful career, a lucrative career, she will be established as a successful single parent and will begin to look around for eligible husband materials. Now, this is where the problem comes, because she's already established as a success as an individual with children. She wants to add a man to the equation, and this is the problem in our culture. We're not supposed to add children, add fathers to the families. We're supposed to have husbands and wives who add children to the marriage. So now you want to know why 70% or more black women are single? It's because nobody's raising them to be wives. It's not all your fault, sisters. You know, I can sympathize with you because I know I got sisters. My mother's a black woman. My daughter's black. You know, my wife is black. And the problem is, nobody prepares our women for marriage. Through feminism, they have all taught them to be independent women. And when they become sexually active, they don't tell them about morality, such as now that if you want to indulge in sex, you should be with one person and you should be married. We tell them the opposite. We tell them to use protection. And then if protection fails, we tell them that you don't have to get married. You can live together. Or even if you don't want to have a relationship with the father of the children, just make sure that bum take care of the kids. This is Vanguard for Keeps with the Mantle of Honor and Why Are You Still Single? Peace.